use it to explain to you all. We, those of us here who were formerly Nigerians, but the country has failed us. And we decided to have our own various countries, which is the Biafra nation and the Yoruba nations. And that's the reason why we are here. This one we are having here is not a protest. It is not a protest. It is an enlightenment rally. We want to enlighten the Japanese government of our predicament in the hands of the Nigerian Janjaweed, in the hands of the Nigerian, what the French call gendarmen. We want you to know that our lives are in danger in that place called Nigeria. We Biafrans, we want to have our own nation. We the Yoruba One Voice, we want to have our own nation. And that is what the world said is okay for us to have. But because we saw that the Nigerian government, they are not doing things the way they should do it, they believe that we are antagonists to them, and they have labeled us as terrorists for fighting for our rights. We want our own countries too to be like that of Japan here, the way you do things normally, the way you do things according to the constitution. Nobody is above the law. In Nigeria, there, the government, the officials, they are above the constitution. They put on the ground for people to follow. Then we have a lot of Biafrans here. We have a lot of Yoruba One Voice citizens here that the Japanese government is like they've refused to recognize their predicament. That is why we are here to enlighten you on our predicament. If you send any one of us home, you are sending them to death. Just like the people that filed in for refugee here under the reason of being Biafra, the reason of being from the Yoruba area. If you send them home, they will kill them all. They will all be killed. And that is why we are here to enlighten you about it. You understand? Please, please, we beg you, don't send them home to be killed. That is why we are here to beg. You have the right, if you want to do it, to send them home, you have the right, but we are here to beg you. Don't send them home. If you send them home, they will be killed, they will be murdered in cold blood. If you check the social media, please, I know you are very good when it comes to checking things on the computer. Check it out. Britain is even aware of what is happening in Nigeria, the genocide there. The Britons, they are even the cause of the problem we have in Nigeria now, but they now realize what is happening there, that we are being killed in cold blood murder. Please, Japanese government, help us. Taskete kudasai nihon seifu. Minna ni kais Biafra no shito nanmin shinsei shite kaisareta ra korosarareru kara. Korosu kara. Maji de korosu. Sore de tasukete ne kyosei soukan toka sore shitara zettai minna sa korosareru kara. Onigai. Tasukete. Tasukete. Onigai. Tasukete. Tasukete. Ningen. Momotte kudasai. Tasukete. Onigai shimasu. Kuni ni kaisarenai de. Kyosei soukan ni shinai de. Onigai. Minna kuni kairitai kido, demo ima no joutai ne, kaitara zettai korosareru kara. Koroshikata mo インターネットを見てください。殺し方、ナイフで首切るとかね、銃の弾すごいでかいのさね。インターネットを見てください。返されたら殺される。お願いします。助けて。はあ、Ikwere na Biafra, wherever Fakadelu. Ikwere na Biafra, Biafra, Biafra. Ikwere na Biafra, wherever Fakadelu. Ikwere na Biafra, Biafra, Biafra. Ikwere na Biafra, wherever Fakadelu. Why you delay? Come and save your nation. Why you delay? Come and save your nation. Why you delay? Come and save your nation. Oh Biafra, why you delay? Why you delay? Come and save your nation.
So objective being in accordance with internationally recognized rules and procedures, but more importantly, within the confines of our host country's laws and regulations, to assert an inalienable right to self-determination. Your Excellency, the United Nations system and that of the African Union recognize and enshrine in their respective instruments, such as the Universal Declaration of Human Rights of 1948, the United Nations Declaration on the Rights of the Indigenous People to Self-Determination, as well as Articles 5, 6, 7, and 8 of the African Charter on Human and People's Rights, ratified and demonstrated by Nigeria in 1983. The immutable right of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, to determine our cultural, economic, social, and political systems. The Directorate is minded to bring to the attention of the Japanese government and the Ministry of Justice the domicile of a reasonable number of Biafrans, IPOB in Japan. We wish to inform the government of Japan that Biafrans are under siege in their homeland, Biafra, by Nigerian security forces and Islamic jihadists such as Boko Haram and Fulani herdsmen. As a result of which Biafran people's life, properties, and means of livelihood are in mortal peril. Our mothers can no longer go to their farmlands for fear of being raped or killed by Fulani herdsmen, destroy their farmlands with their cattle. The Biafrans have become endangered species at the hands of the Nigerian security apparatus. Presently, a well-coordinated plan to implement what the Nigerian government during the Biafran genocide of 1967 to 1970 termed the final solution to the Biafran question is underway. Their solution to this Biafran question is the current ethnic cleansing going on in Biafra towns and villages through the instrumentality of the Nigerian armed forces and their proxy military, the Fulani herdsmen. The blood-sucking murderers who operate under a clear and verifiable cover and logistic support from the Nigerian army. Why wipe out a village and then bring in their women, children, and cattle to occupy the area? As you read this letter, not a single person has been arrested or prosecuted by the Nigerian authorities for these heinous crimes against humanity, despite the fact that thousands of lives have been wasted this year alone. Your Excellency, Biafrans are target of ethnic cleansing in the present-day Nigeria simply because of their ethnicity as Biafrans and religious belief as Judeo-Christians. After the Nigerian War of Annihilation of 1967 to 1970, during which more than 5 million Biafrans were massacred, majority of whom were women and children, starved to death as a result of the land, sea, and air blockade of the Biafran territory. Many Biafrans have claimed to be Nigerians, believing and hoping that such claim will guarantee them safety from harassment and from being target of premeditated mass murders. Unfortunately, however, their hopes and expectations were dashed as this claim has not brought any respite to the predicament of Biafrans in Nigeria. As a result of the Nigerian state sponsored act of violence and terror against the indigenous people of Biafra, either directly through the Nigerian security agencies or through their proxies, the Fulani herdsmen and Boko Haram, acts which consistently target and murder Biafrans with impunity, with none held accountable. Millions of young Biafrans have escaped to countries all over the world, including to Japan, looking for safety away from their fatherland. Your Excellency, Biafrans currently resident in Japan fall into this category of those who have found temporary safety in foreign lands, and sending any one of them back to Nigeria amount to willfully signing his or her death warrant. This is more so because because Biafrans resident in Japan and in other countries outside of Biafran land are very active and in the forefront of the struggle of the Biafran people for self-determination, for which the Nigerian authorities are particularly upset about and would be very pleased to have us all repatriated to face the hanged man without any trace, as is the case of many Biafrans who were kidnapped from 2015 to the present and could neither be traced nor accounted for. On the 14th of September 2017, a combined force of the Nigerian Army, the Air Force, Special Police Squad, and Secret Police, the DSS, invaded the home of our leader in Afaruku Kingdom with intent to kill him and executed more than 38 Biafran youth on the spot, including.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Good day, my brothers and sisters, my mommies and my daddies. Is your sister again, your doctor, your friend, your girl, Anointed Lady TV. Please, if today is your first time of coming across my YouTube channel, please do subscribe for me. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell. So each time I upload any video or each time I'm on live on YouTube, you will be notified. Thank you very much for always being there for me. Please do subscribe for me, and as you do so, God will richly bless you and meet your heart desire. Thank you very much. I love you all.